Well, well, well. Look who's here. Either I'm late or you folks are here early. We'll split the difference, call it even. Not bad, not bad. Let me get situated here, put all this stuff down, and we'll go into today's lesson. Doing some work in McGuffey's spelling book, which is a nice complement to another one I have here. This one is Webster's, sometimes called the blueback speller. This is it here. I use them both because each one is valuable. So, you'll notice there's nobody here but us. There are no students here today. That happens every so often. It's unavoidable. But first, thank you all for being here. You could have been somewhere else, doing something else, perhaps better, but you chose to come here. Thank you so much. Oh, sir. Yes, sir, you, sir. This is the, and you may have noticed it, this is the ladies' side of the school. You, sir, belong over here with the other males. Thank you so much, sir. In a farming community, which this is very much agricultural, the time of the children, my students, is oftentimes best spent at home working on the farm because that's where the income is. And it's up to the head of household, Daddy, to decide where their time is spent. If Daddy says go to school, they go. Daddy says don't go, they don't go. Sometimes on a day-to-day basis, sometimes they do not go to school at all. It all depends. For those of you who have been here before and caught many of the earlier episodes, you know this is normal for this time period. Education is voluntary, but we don't let the students volunteer to make that decision, do we? Of course not. Well, why isn't anyone here? Aside from yourselves, of course. There's stuff to do on the farm. It's getting very, very close to harvest time. Very important if you're living in an agricultural area. Farming's how you make your living. You can sell crops for hard, cold cash to pay your bills, get ready for next year's crop, all that sort of thing. And we're not in prime harvest season at the moment. It's August. There's some corn that's been harvested, some, not a great deal, but that's coming. Apples, it's a bit early for the apples, not by much. Tobacco, there's things happening with the tobacco too. And we've discussed tobacco specifically in a couple of episodes much earlier. But every so often, no one shows up. I don't know this because they have no way to tell me. They can't call me, they can't telegraph me, and if they had a messenger pigeon, a carrier pigeon, I'm sure they'd roast it and eat it. What's happening lately? There's been some changes, particularly in the school roster. I thought I'd share them with you just to keep everybody up to date. And something is going to happen pretty soon. It's a good thing, you can tell by the big old smile on my face. And I'll be more than happy to share that with you when it happens, but so far it hasn't happened. Some changes in the school roster. Who's here, who's not, and why. Now, if you've been around for a while, you know this material. I'm going to repeat some of it for the benefit of those who are new. I'm going to be listing the names of my students, both boys and girls. They are real names, not made up. I took them off of the 1850 census for Franklin County. That's where the school, Campus Ford School, came from. And there's a little box on every page for a check mark to be made. Have they been in school in the past year? I looked for all of those and got some names. And of course, during the course of the year, attendance will fluctuate, so will the class roster. This is the newest class roster. We have Solomon Davis, he's 6. Taswell Engel, he's 13. Oh, and some of these people, since they're real names of real people, you could very well be related to some of them. Floyd Ellison, 11. Abraham Hodges, 11. Preston Hodges, 12. Levi Maxey, 10. William Maxey, 8. And I'm a little surprised that they haven't been withdrawn altogether, because we're talking about the widow Maxey's sons. Her husband passed not that long ago, and both of these sons, while I appreciate them being here for as long as they were here, they can be pulled up permanently at any time. And I said permanently, but as we'll see in a moment, we have James R. Short. He's 8 and he's new. He hasn't been here more than a week, and today he's not here at all. Marshall Wade, who's 9. Charles Wade, who's 11. Peyton Ray, W-R-A-Y, 13. And his brother William, he's 11. We did have Creed Hodges, who's 17. And Robert Mason, who's 13. We've lost them. Their daddy said, that's it, come on back, no more. But permanent around here under these circumstances does not always mean permanent. They can come back and re-enroll at any time. We'll pick up where we left off in their educational track. I just have to figure out where that was. Now those were the boys. 12 on the roster at present. Let's talk about the girls. Charity Briant, 14. Sarah Clay, 15. America Hill, 10. Amanda Kinsey, 11. Henrietta Kinsey, 9. Phoebe Matthews, 12. Susan Minix, 9. Mary Lynch, she's 7 and she's also new. Hasn't been here very long at all. Elizabeth Wade, she's 6. I've lost 3. Now again, their absence may not be permanent, but so far they're not officially enrolled in the school. We have the twins. Nancy Peters, who's 16, Keziah Peters, who's 16, and Eliza Briant, who's 17. Since Nancy and Keziah are 16 and Eliza is 17, it can be surmised, I'm guessing here, since they are now of marrying age, they may have bigger fish to fry than be here learning spelling words, if you get my meaning. And I think you do. So we have a total of 12 boys, 9 girls. There's 21 on the roster officially, and nobody's here except you folks, and I don't mind it one little bit. Now about the school itself and who's here, and you folks have heard this before, but for you new ones, yes, I went to the roster of names on the census. Yes, I found those in the little box marked has been in school. But I had to go through the entire county, entire Franklin County 1850 census to find them. Well, the school does not service, or did when it was up and running, the entirety of Franklin County. But all is well, because on each page of the census it says where in particular in the county the census was taken. I thought, erroneously, this is good, I'll just look for those areas close to where the school used to be. And then found out quite rapidly, of all the sheets, and there are more than 200 sheets for the county, where the line was, where in the county is this family, this school, this business located, not one was filled out. So I had to go by economic status. This school and many others like it, and not just in Franklin County, not just in Virginia, throughout the nation, serving an economic disadvantaged, probably not, bottom of the economic scale. Those folks go to schools like this, one room. Others, a bit more financially stable, they go to boarding schools. This is not a boarding school. This school cannot even board me. There's no attic, no accessible attic, and as is typical of schools of the time, The teacher gets part of his or her, although it's majority him at this time, remuneration from goods and services, place to stay, laundry, food, that sort of thing. So on the census sheets, there is a column for, well, how much is this farm worth? If they were worth $16,000, a sizable sum at the time, $20,000, and a few were, I did not include them here because they don't go to schools like this. In some cases, the entire farmstead is worth only $200, sometimes less. So those are the students I picked. And again, they're all real names of all real students. This roster is very likely to change during the course of the school year, the course of this channel. I'm pretty sure it will, and I'll keep you updated. Now, for that little thing I alluded to earlier, the thing that's going to be happening, certainly it's going to be happening, I hope. It's upcoming. The farmers here, they grow things, we've discussed this before, and they take them to market and sell them for real, honest to goodness coin of the realm. Sometimes bills, oftentimes coins, sometimes even gold and silver coins. Now I expect that when the full harvest is in and all the bookkeeping has been done and all the transactions have been made, I can get busy checking up on, checking up on who owes me money for teaching their children. And the list is long. The amounts are, by these days and by these folks' standards, they can be substantial. They can be upwards of $4.50 each. Whatever it is, I hope to settle accounts when the harvest is in and all is said and done. And when it happens, I'll be sure to let you know how much I get. I'm still trying to get that new hat. Still trying. There's nothing wrong with the hat, I want a new hat. And if you folks are tired of listening to me, so am I. I hope to see you next time, whenever next time is, and hope to have some more information for you that's interesting, perhaps even useful, perhaps even beneficial on a monetary scale. We shall see. But in the meantime, thank you all for being here. I appreciate your attendance. If at any time you have any questions, you know where to post them, and I'll do my best to answer them. Until the next time our paths cross, dust. I have the honor to be your most respectful and obedient servant. I'll take this with me. I have the honor to be your most respectful and obedient servant, Dave Diggs. Coming to you from a long time ago. Thank you very much.